Alright guys, now I'm back. Not necessarily the daytime, but I'm not as tired. It's 11, almost 11:30, but where I left off on was my Matrix box set. And as I'm recording this part, I just watched Castaway, and this really blew me away. Tom Hanks gives a grade A performance. Deserves all the praise it gets. If you guys want to check out a good Tom Hanks drama, check out Castaway. Really makes you feel something. But where I left off though was on my Matrix box set. Now we're going to get into some Blu-rays. We got a great Dolph Lundgren film, in my opinion, I Come in Peace. Great, decent Scream Factory Blu-ray, not the best, but because you just have interviews and a trailer. But you have the cool thing where you can open it up, and if you want to, you can switch the cover. It comes like this, which kind of sounds generic, the Dark Angel title. Like it comes like this. I'll admit this cover looks better though. Come on, there we go. You can have it like this, which is how it comes. Or if you want, you can switch it to the other side. Come on. Thank you. Really cool how Scream Factory and also Synapse does this. No, I don't have any synapse. There we go. I cannot talk for shit. But really cool in my opinion how Scream Factory does this. More companies should do that, where you have the option to have a different cover. Gotta line this up really quickly. But Dark Angel, though, really good Dolph Lundgren film, in my opinion. Definitely one of his best. Do I think this is his best, like, #1 film? No, but for one of his films, though, it would be up there. Definitely on that. We got... fuck. Everything keeps flipping over. Stay. Thank you. We got Classic by Stallone, Cliffhanger. Michael Rooker right there, and John Lithgow as the bad guy. Such a classic. Great job by Rennie Harlan, who also did Die Hard 2. Definitely check this out if you haven't. Put this in. Next up, we got a classic from last year that I think should have done much better on the box office. Hardcore Henry. Great action. I like the idea of it being shot in first person. These guys know what they're doing. If you haven't seen this one, I highly, highly, highly recommend checking this out. If you're an action fan, definitely check this out. Alright. Next up, we got a great Keanu Reeves film, in my opinion. Street Kings, which, if you guys were wondering, unfortunately when I bought it, it came in a broken case. I'll show you what I mean. Right here and right here. Unfortunately, when I bought it at Half Price Books, the case came like this, but I really was blown away by Street Kings. Really great film. Great cast. Keanu Reeves, Forrest Whitaker, Hugh Laurie, Chris Evans, Common, The Game. Their city. Their rules. No prisoners. Great directing by David Ayer. He really did a great job with this one. Great performance by Keanu Reeves. And speaking of Keanu Reeves, we got another one of his films that I just got done watching. Yesterday, actually. Speed. Absolute classic. What more can you say about Speed? And before anyone asks, no, I have not seen Speed 2. No, I'm not going to check it out because it looks pretty awful. And plus, Keanu Reeves isn't in Speed 2. Now we have one which I do not think is that bad. I know I'm going to get hate. And people are going to be like, what the fuck? Suicide Squad Blu-ray. But the extended cut's bullshit because nothing is new. But I really enjoyed Suicide Squad. Also directed by David Ayer. Is it as good as Street Kings? No, because PG-13. And Street Kings, I'll show this off. Of course, I think this is better. Also because... R-rated. Excuse me. Also because it's R-rated, but I didn't think it was that bad. Really good stuff. Good cast. Will Smith does a great job. Jared Leto, though, does for the scenes he does have. So does Margot Robbie. Joel Kinnaman, though, is just not eh. And no, I'm not checking out the RoboCop remake, as I said in the previous clips. But that is Suicide Squad. Now let's pull these out. Next up, we got a very underrated John Woo film, which this is probably one of his only films that bombed in the box office. Paycheck. And I don't think this is that bad. I don't think Ben Affleck did not deserve the Razzie, in my opinion. I'm sorry. He did a great performance. Aaron Eckhart plays a great bad guy. Yeah, it's PG-13, but I thought it was done well, in my opinion, for PG-13. To be honest, this would be more interesting than Face Off, in my opinion. I know everyone loves Face Off, but this was more interesting to me than Face Off. And before anyone asks, I'll probably only see Face Off if I find it for cheap. Dread. Really enjoyed this one. Was blown away by it. Great action scenes. Great directing by Pete Travis. Well, whoever actually directed it, because people say this is ghost directed, but it says it was Pete Travis or that he had help. But both the people who helped him and Pete Travis, if it was both, did a great job in my opinion. Great action. It's a blast. I agree. Is it one of the best action films? No, but as an action film in general, this really is a good job in my opinion. Carl Urban does a great job as Dredd. And we got an underrated Sylvester Stallone film, Daylight. Always really enjoyed this. Never thought this deserves to be talked about more. This is a great survival story directed by Rob Cohen, who directed the first Fast and Furious. Has a making of not that much features. Could be better though. Sorry, I had some in my teeth, but not that much features. Blu-ray exclusive, not really that special. But Daylight, I really enjoyed. Next, we have the Alien Anthology, which I've only seen the first Alien. I haven't seen the sequels. But we got, opens up like this, a message from Ridley Scott. Well, where was it? There was one, I forget where it is, but we got the first film, which is a classic. Got this picture. And Aliens. Alien 3. Open it up. And Alien Resurrection. And the bonus discs. Really great sets, packed with features. Good job by Fox. Made a really great set in my opinion. So that's Alien. Now we have, it's a decent set. It's not the best, but we got, pull these up, Rocky Heavyweight Collection. Not that great of a set because it only has features on the first film and Rocky Balboa. Deserves more features, and plus they kind of were lazy on this set because you open it, the discs are pretty much the same. Only features on Rocky Balboa and the first Rocky. But really enjoy the Rocky films. Now, one thing I want to show off really quickly before I get there, also to save a bit of time, I have the first three right here on DVD. The individual ones. If you're wondering why, that's because I bought these before I got that set. But I'm keeping these because they're Rocky films, and all three, the first three are definitely classic. And so are the ones after that. Rocky 5 I have not seen. Rocky 5 is actually the only one I haven't seen, but I'm still keeping these. I especially love Rocky 3 and 4. So that's the Rocky films. There we go. Deadpool, which I really enjoyed this one. Great action scenes. Ryan Reynolds is awesome as Deadpool. He really needs to play more superheroes. Great directing by Tim Miller. Really enjoyed Deadpool. It's a fun character, fun scenes. Definitely give this a watch. One of my favorite films of last year. And we got the Beverly Hills Cop films on Blu-ray. First one is my favorite. My favorite Eddie Murphy film is the first one. Second one's also my favorite of Eddie Murphy and is a great sequel. Part 3 is a time waster at best. Now, you guys can see right here that you have the overseas region logos, but if you do buy this set, this will work on a American Region 1 Blu-ray player as well. It worked on my Blu-ray player at least, but really great set. Love these films right here. Eddie Murphy's on his A game in these. Such classics. Now we got, I only have the first 2 of these, but we got Iron Man, which is great, and Iron Man 2, which I don't have the case for, and I keep it in the CD case, but decent sequel. Let me fix the disc here. Yeah, there we go. We got one of my favorite Tom Hanks films of his comedies, Big. He's on his A game in this one. I'm sure all of you know what this is about, where 12-year-old Josh basically wants to be big, wants to be a grown-up, and then he goes to a machine and wishes that. Then his wish sort of becomes real, and then Tom Hanks plays the big version of him. Hanks has never been better. I agree. There's more Tom Hanks dramas and some of his comedy stuff I want to see. Like, I have seen Sully, and he gives a great performance in that. And I already said loved Castaway. Now, you see that I have Ghostbusters here. Now, you guys are probably, well, why do you have 2 copies? That's because a friend of mine at school, you know who you are, Nikki, gave me this for Christmas, but she didn't know I already had the first one. So that's why I keep it. But I don't mind keeping this because I like this look. And I like the disc art on this one. And I'll check it out again one day to give it another shot. But that's Ghostbusters. Now we have a show that I don't mind. I only have season 2, but Pawn Stars. I know people say, well, it's fake. Yeah, but no shit. Some reality shows aren't exactly real. No one said that, oh, they're real. Yeah, but I always like the idea of seeing people's stuff, whether it be about history, certain collectibles. I always thought that was cool, talking about where they're from, where they get it. Really, really enjoyed this show. No features, but great show in my opinion. If you like this show, definitely check it out. Anyways, now we're gonna start on this top section, but I'm gonna get all right here. We got a great action comedy in my opinion, Shoot 'em Up. This should have made more money in the box office. Fun action scenes by Michael Davis. Great job by Clive Owen. Fun things happening. This is like a live action cartoon, to be honest. I know Michael Davis doesn't like to think of it that way, but really, really great action scenes. If you like action and comedy, definitely check this out. One of the best action films in the past 10 years. Got the first Halloween on Blu-ray. This is the old Blu-ray, but hey, it's Halloween on Blu-ray. What more can you ask? Do want? That's why I keep it. Predator. Great Arnold Schwarzenegger film. And we have the underrated gem. And yes, I do love this film. I don't think it's that bad. And I do prefer this one, to be honest. This is my favorite of the bunch, and I prefer this. This is the one I watch more. Predator 2. Danny Glover kicked ass, directed by Stephen Hopkins, and edited by Mark Goldblatt, who directed the 1989 Punisher, and creatures effects by Stan Winston, and also produced by Joel Silver. But oh, Danny Glover's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, because he was doing Terminator 2, folks. I'm sorry. And yeah, but at least this has a 2-disc. That's the good thing about it. But really enjoy Predator 2. Relentlessly paced, extremely entertaining. I agree. To me, this is a really great sequel. Very underrated. Never will understand the hate for this one. And I love this background right here, the cityscape. Now that we got that out of the way, gonna get this case open so I can throw it off. The first season of Party of Five, which I like the idea of this show. Kids live. Basically what it is Matthew Fox is basically their brother and their parents died in a car accident, so Matthew Fox takes care of all of them. You got Nev Campbell, Lacey Chambers, and Scott Wolf. Really good show, in my opinion. Definitely would like to check out the other seasons. And this, we got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I enjoy the Harry Potter films. Saw most of them. Saw the later ones in the theater, actually. Charlotte's Web, the first film. Classic. And I always keep this DVD because I've had it for a very long time. But classic one. Classic animated film. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Saw this one in the theater too. Back in, where is it? 2007 I saw this in the theater. Really, really enjoyed this one. If you like it, this would be one of my, I'd say it's either this or Goblet of Fire. That's definitely my favorite of the bunch. So that's Order of the Phoenix. Of the Phoenix. Duh. Shiloh and Shiloh 2. And then we got Army of Darkness. And no, this is not the Scream Factory Blu-ray. This is the old Blu-ray. Pretty good. A classic in my opinion, Army of Darkness. But this is, overseas, this is Evil Dead 3. And this is Evil Dead 3 over here. But overseas, they do call it Evil Dead 3. Good Blu-ray, though. For quality, it is, at least. Now, we got an Eddie Murphy pack. Got this for The Golden Child. Which is really funny, in my opinion. A very underrated comedy. And lo and behold, they put it on separate discs. Companies, you need to do this more. Put it on separate discs. It's not that hard. 48 hours and another 48 hours. And a classic by Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man. Now, a word of warning, this DVD is defective. Where the commentary with Joel Silver and Marco Brambino, this is automatically activated if you buy this DVD, so you have to go into the settings and turn it off. Unless you want to listen to the commentary, but that's a thing that's really annoying, but really good. Other than that, though, than this shitty DVD, really, really good film. Fun comedy. Wesley Snipes is having a lot of fun in this role. And he definitely is one of the things that makes the film. Love Demolition Man. Now we got this bottom shelf. We got... That's gonna fall out. Okay, put that there. We got first Halloween, which I had this DVD before I got the Blu-ray. Still a classic. Love Halloween. Halloween 2. Great sequel, in my opinion. I don't have the third film, but that's one that's definitely grown on me. Really enjoy Halloween 3. Don't think it's that bad, in my opinion. Oh, it doesn't have Michael Myers. Yeah, but you gotta give it a chance. I'm sorry, but you gotta give it a chance. Halloween 4 on Blu-ray. This is probably my favorite of the bunch. Really great stuff. Directed by Dwight H. Little, who also directed Marked for Death. And again, Steven Seagal. I still laugh at that. Steven Seagal watching Halloween 4. If anyone's watching and is thinking the same, tell me down below. But Halloween 4. Halloween 5 Blu-ray, which this film, it's a step down. But it's decent. It's a time waster at best. Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, and Resurrection with a fucking all films on one disc, and it's all scratched, but I really enjoy H2O. Resurrection, just skip the beginning, and it can be a pretty fun slasher film. Curse of Michael Myers is a time waster at best, in my opinion. Now we have the remakes, which I really enjoy the first one. It's definitely the best of the two. But the thing that's shitty about the unrated cut is they changed the escape scene where in the theatrical cut, you see him get together, kill a bunch of guards, and then he escapes. But in the and then encounters Danny Trejo in the cameo. But in the director's cut, what he does is you see these two prison guards rape him, then this chick in there, and then they kill these people. And it's a really shitty escape scene. They should not have changed that, in my opinion. But other than that, I've always enjoyed this. I know this gets a lot of hate, but I've always enjoyed this. Now, this one, it's alright, to be honest, this one. It could be a lot better, though. But this one, it's a time waster at best. But only issue, though, is that they think it's going to be in the hospital, like in the original. But no, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I got a bit of scratches there, but I do find that really stupid, though, how they make the hospital scene from the original just a dream sequence. Dylan, I know you said you hated Halloween 2, the remake, but tell me down in the comments or on Instagram if you agree with that. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Now we got the Nightmare on Elm Street films. These are the only ones I have. A great series. Rest in peace, Wes Craven. We got the first film, which is a classic. Second film, which I used to hate the second film, guys. I used to hate it. But watching it again, it has definitely grown on me, and it's really good in my opinion. Yeah, I've got the body, and I've got the brains. Good score, good idea. Yeah, technically it's not about the dream world, but as a slasher film, it's really good in my opinion. That's a sequel. Third film, which I love. Fourth film, which is definitely my favorite. I love that music when you see Alice getting ready. Yeah, I did a shitty job at that, but if you guys see my intro that I used in my rant videos, and the music that's in it, that's from this movie right here, Nightmare on Elm Street 4: The Dream Master. And don't ask me whose signature this is, because I bought it and the signature was there. This movie is a piece of shit. Like, Robert Englund's performance is very weak. They barely do. The deaths are very lame. They barely do anything with the Dream Child story. Lisa Wilcox is just lame in this one. This one sucks, in my opinion. Piece of shit. This is my response to this one. Yeah. Part 5 is definitely the weakest. And no, I am not seeing the remake because it looks just as bad as this. Dylan, you can also tell me if the remake has lame deaths like this, because this to me has really, really lame deaths in my opinion. So that's part 5. Excuse me. We got Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is really good. I enjoyed this one. I like the idea of it taking place in like a reality type of thing where Alice is just having visions. We got these. Pull these out. Got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first one. Really good one. Lost Boys pack with Lost Boys the Thirst, and Lost Boys the Tribe, and Lost Boys the Thirst. Lost Boys is definitely a classic. This one's alright. This one's a good direct-to-DVD sequel. Good stuff there. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Saw this in the theater and really enjoyed it. This 8-pack with Waxwork, 976 Evil 2, Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College, Judd 2, Class of 1999, Slaughter High, Chopping Mall, which is really fun in my opinion, and The Unholy. The only good one in the series in my opinion, and the first one, and then the best in my opinion, Hostel. Very gory, very bloody, very twisted. Really good job by Eli Roth in my opinion. Sequels though are pretty shitty in my opinion. That's Hostel. We got Where the Red Fern Grows 2, Jennifer's Body, Poltergeist, which this is definitely going to be better than the remake in my opinion. I have not seen the remake and I'm personally not gonna. and this double feature, Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist 3. I enjoy both of these, and I don't find Poltergeist 3 that bad. May Heather O'Rourke rest in peace, but I never found Poltergeist 3 that bad. Poltergeist 2 is definitely a great sequel, so both really great films. Now, I already showed you the Rocky films, so Hachi. The only one I have of the series, and that I'm fine with having just the first one. Taken, an action classic, directed by Pierre Morel, who also eventually would do From Paris with Love with Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and John Travolta, which I would love to pick up one day. I really enjoyed that one. But Taken, this is how you do a PG-13. Yeah, see this? PG-13. Done the right way, Hollywood. Take notes from this, filmmakers. That's Taken. All the Final Destination films. Really enjoy these. The first 4 films. And Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We got. Pull these out. The first Evil Dead, which is a classic. The remake doesn't interest me, especially after seeing Don't Breathe, which really made me want to ram my head repeatedly watching that film of all of its stupidity. I thought Don't Breathe sucked ass in my opinion. It's fine if Dylan, it's fine if you like it. I know you said why you liked it, and that's fine. Nothing wrong if you like it, but I just didn't like the stupidity. I felt the characters were so Bilbo-headed. They just did all the stupid stuff. Plot. I just didn't like Don't Breathe. That's why I didn't want to see the Evil Dead remake, since it's by the same director. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Saw that in the theater too. The original Friday the 13th. I would love to see the remake one day. Part 2, which is a great sequel. Part 3, which is awesome. And we got Part 4, which is one of my favorites. Part 5, which I've always enjoyed. I've never thought it was that bad. I can understand why people don't like it, though. Part 7, which is definitely the best of the bunch. Really enjoy it. This is when you have Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees. And Part 8, which I know gets hated on a lot, but I enjoy Friday the 13th Part 8. I like the idea of it taking place on a cruise ship and them going to Manhattan. Oh, it doesn't really take place in Manhattan. Yeah, but I still enjoy this film. It's a fun kind of slasher film. Is it the best of the series? No, but it's fun to watch. And we have this set of all the next 3 films. Jason Goes to Hell, which I find alright. Could be better, but I don't hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. Gets hated on a lot, but I've always enjoyed Jason X. Yes, I enjoy Jason X, everyone! But yeah, Jason X. And Freddy vs. Jason, which I like. It is the 2-disc from the normal DVD, but I have it in this set. Great Tony Scott film, Days of Thunder, and great Tom Cruise film. Butterfly Effect 1 and 2. Both really great films. Ashton Kutcher gives a really great performance in the first one. So does Amy Smart. Scooby-Doo and the Ghost. An action classic by John Woo. Best of his Hong Kong films, Hard Boiled. This deserves all the praise it gets. If you're an action fan, give this a watch. You have to watch it with subtitles since it's overseas, but still, it's a classic in my opinion. Now we get to more Blu-rays. We got The Lost Boys on Blu-ray. National Security. The Thing, which I already explained why I have this on Blu-ray, but it looks great on Blu-ray. Terminator 3, which is alright, but it's good also because it's the last R-rated Terminator film. Dark Shadows, which is a decent Tim Burton film. Good stuff by Johnny Depp. A great football drama, Jerry Maguire. If you like, I'm not even the biggest fan of football, and I really enjoy this one. It's a good sports drama, in my opinion, with Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. Directed by Cameron Crowe. And a decent Tom Cruise comedy, Risky Business. Always really enjoyed this comedy by Tom Cruise. He's really fun in this one. Oh, and Tom Cruise, of course, also really blew me away in Collateral. Can't wait to see. I would like to see Sleepless, though, with Jamie Foxx. Because I'm like, oh, Jamie Foxx in an action role. That could be good. So that's Risky Business. Now you pull these out. And we got an underrated dramatic film and an underrated Sylvester Stallone film, Lockup. I'm not comparing this to Escape Plan because Escape Plan's a thriller and this is a drama. But I really enjoy this one. Donald Sutherland plays a great bad guy. If you like dramas and you like Sylvester Stallone, give this one a watch. The Crow, which is very hard to watch since Brendan Lee died on this film. Blazing Saddles. Now we got Scream, classic. Scream 2, which is a good sequel, and what's funny is this scene where Dewey walks in is actually taken from Broken Arrow, that score. But great sequel. That do 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 that score. Scream 3, which I've never hated Scream 3. I've always thought this was a great, awesome film. I know everyone hates Scream 3, but I've always enjoyed this one. I know I'm probably one of the few people who like Scream 3. I know Rambo F for Life does, but I guess I'm alone in this. Scream 4, which is alright. Decent one. I know that gets a lot of praise. Scream films are definitely one of Wes Craven's best. Babe, which is a fun kids film. Always keep this because I've had this one for a very long time. Watched this with my grandma a lot. And Terminator Salvation. Now, I don't have a cover for this, but Volume 4, the 80s cartoon of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now we have Turtles Forever, which is with a much better cover, in my opinion, than the one where it just shows them together in the shredder on the back. And this is the same DVD, if you guys are wondering. But I found this cover online and replaced it with the... Yeah, and I threw away the other cover. I didn't just throw it away, I ripped it to shreds. But definitely a much better cover this person made. Got a picture on the back with the synopsis, got the 80s Turtles there, and got the logo. I've always enjoyed Turtles Forever. I've always enjoyed it. Oh, but the 80s Turtles are portrayed as stupid. Yeah, because that's what they are in the series. Stupid. Got all the first few films, which this doesn't actually have Turtles 3, but I really enjoy these films. Saw the CGI movie in the theater, which I know I need to get off my ass and review these. I've always enjoyed Turtles 2 and never thought it was that bad. And we got the 2003 series, which is my personal favorite. I don't have all the volumes, as you can see. Now you're probably going to ask, well, why do you have the first few volumes in Season 4? That's because Season 4, if you look at that up on Amazon, good luck. That's all I can say. And I saw it for like $14 and had to get it immediately. So we'll show this off. We got Attack of the Mousers. Great episodes here. Meet Casey Jones. Not going into much with these episodes because most people have seen it, and I talked about it a bit in my reviews. I might do a more in-depth review one day, but not anytime soon. The Way of Invisibility. The Shredder Strikes. And well, I'll just show it off in this DVD. Notes from the Underground. You actually do have disc art. And on the first floor, not this one, but the first floor, you actually have interviews with Peter Laird. Which they're not bad interviews. He's very honest about what was put in. Stay. Thank you. The Shredder Strikes Back. Again, you have disc art right here. Just saw something there, but it was just me. Return to New York, which they pop back in with the interviews. Kind of dumb how they do that. And season 4, which this is a quick rant on this DVD of this bullshit 4Kids did, where it doesn't have all the episodes, it only has the later episodes. If you can read that, you can pause it and read it, and you'll see that's not all the episodes. And they shuffled it on the season 3 volumes, which is really stupid in my opinion. You couldn't put it all on one season. No, you had to shuffle the beginning episodes. Really stupid in my opinion. Now we get these out. A film that I do think is underrated, Get Carter. I've never thought this was that bad for Stallone. I always liked him as a hitman. Really good stuff. Not about the action, but good story. Good story. Never thought this was that bad in my opinion. Good fight between him and Mickey Rourke. Good stuff. Good stuff. Classic film in my opinion with Dolph Lundgren and Brendan Lee. Showdown in Little Tokyo. Great action scenes by Mark L. Lester, who also directed Commando. Definitely give this one a watch. Pretty bad DVD though, because all of the menu is just the Warner Brothers logo, but other than the shitty DVD, this is a really amazing film. And Dylan, if you're watching, this is the one I'm talking about that I DM'd you. So that's Showdown in Little Tokyo. We got probably my favorite Dolph Lundgren film, The Punisher from 1989. Oh, but he doesn't have the skull. There, I drew you a skull. You happy? But great action scenes, directed by Mark Goldblatt, who edited, I saw on Predator 2 right here, he edited. He was mostly an editor, but he should have directed more, in my opinion, Mark Goldblatt, after seeing this. Because they did this for $9 million. Very low budget, but really enjoyed The Punisher from 1989. And we have one which, yes, I do enjoy. It's not as good as the 80s one, but The Punisher with Thomas Jane. Good dramatic film. Oh, but he's crying! Yeah, because his family got murdered. And he did do that in the comics from what I've seen. But I've always enjoyed both Punisher films. And no, I'm not checking out Warzone because it doesn't interest me. Ray Stevenson doesn't interest me. I think the way the Punisher looks is really stupid. Now we got probably my favorite John Woo film of his American and his films in John Woo. Broken Arrow. High octane action. Great stuff. Great back and forth between Christian Slater and John Travolta. John Travolta is a hoot in this. Yeah, he has high energy. If you love action, you love John Woo, give this a watch. To me, this is my favorite American film of his, and to me, his best American film. I like Hard Target, and like I said, I thought Paycheck was underrated, but I think this is his best American film. You got a battle on the train, you got great action scenes, a great fight at the end, great music that do 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 da 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 do 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 da 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 do 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 do. So that's Broken Arrow. Another one I recommend to everyone. Now we got the Jason Statham films I do have. As you guys saw, I have the first Expendables, but we got Crank. And Dylan, if you're watching this and you want to check out more Jason Statham films, check out the Crank films. I think you will love these. They're not realistic at all, but there are loads and loads and loads of fun. And adrenaline-fueled thrill line, I agree. And we have the even more fun sequel, Crank 2 High Voltage, which... Also, Dylan, I should mention something really cool. Chester Bennington has a cameo on both. I'm not going to say where because I want you to see it, but Chester Bennington has a cameo. It's really funny that you see, wow, that's Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. Shoot, I put that the wrong way. Which I have seen Linkin Park live, guys. Really great live. And we got Transporter and Transporter 2 in this double feature, which they put on separate discs. But yeah, both are really great films in my opinion. How you do PG-13 action films the right way, instead of what people try to do these days. They may not have gore, they may not have blood squibs, but the action scenes and the fight scenes really make up for it. In the first one, Matt Schultz plays a really great bad guy. Now we have two Keanu Reeves films I love. Constantine. Always never thought this was that bad. Oh, but he's not British like in the comics. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate a movie because the lead isn't British. It's stupid. It's R-rated. Has some good killing at the demons. Great story. Great performance by Keanu Reeves. Shows he can act, in my opinion. Really enjoyed this. Now, this one would be one of my favorites, and speed, I would say, ties with this one. John motherfucking Wick. People keep asking me if I'm back. I haven't had an answer, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Classic. I cannot wait for the sequel to come out. It's only till February, but that's John Wick, which that's all of my DVDs and Blu-rays I have. As I showed you, I have Gravity, Shepherd Border Patrol. I showed you in like previous clips, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is my updated Blu-ray collection, and even though I had to re-record it, but I really enjoyed making this, showing this all off. I had a lot of fun with it. Great collection. I will always love buying DVDs and Blu-rays, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to what I have coming next. So, thank you for watching, and bye-bye. Sorry guys, one last thing I wanted to mention is that I know this is an hour and 19 minutes, so if you watch this long, I appreciate you, but I forgot to mention I wanted to give a shout out to my friend, one of my good friends who she's watching. You know you are, Veronica. She's a great person, and I'm going to leave her channel down in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for what I have next. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.